Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel DIY with Incy. In today's video I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful trendy layered skirt. If this is your first time joining us, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So for this trendy layer sketch, we're going to be making use of leftover Ankara fabrics, 1.5 inch elastic band, and a lining piece. Okay, so since it's going to be 3 layers, I have 3 different fabrics just as you can see here. Okay, for our lining piece, we are going to be making use of a hip measurement plus 17 inches. So for this piece, the hip measurement is 40 inches. Since the lining is on fold, we're going to go ahead and mark out 20 inches just as you can see, and then adding the 17 inches. Remember that it's on fold, so 17 inches divided by 2 is going to give you 8.5 inches. So in total what we have here is 28.5 inches. Then for the length, we're making use of 10.5 inches. So for the width, we have 57 inches and the length is 10.5 inches. Now, why are we making use of this? This is because we've already minus the 2 inch for our waistband. We're going to be having a band attached to this. So we've already taken out the 2 inches, just as you can see here. So after taking out that 2 inches, you're left with 12 inches, just as you can see. Okay, so when attaching your Ankara fabric to this, you're just basically going to be dividing this into 3. So the first Ankara piece will go here, where you're going to have the waistband. The second one, you add 5 inches. So 5 inches to these 2 inches you're going to give me is going to give you 7 inches. The second layer will go here, and then the last layer, when you add 5 inches to 7 inches, it gives you 12 inches. So the last layer is going to go on the hem of this fabric. All right, so guys, that is what we are going to be doing. The first step is to take this over to the machine and join these pieces together. Now, when making use of the Ankara fabric, you can decide to make use of 1 yard each. You can have 1 yard of this, 1 yard of this, and 1 yard of this. For the Ankara piece, I'm making use of a length of 8 inches, as you can see, and have also gone ahead to cut out this fabric in 3 parts. I did the same thing for the other 2 fabrics as well. So I'm going to quickly take this over to the machine and then join them together to make one very long piece. Okay, so you just quickly take this over to the machine. Let's clear this up. So you're quickly just going to take this over to the machine, right sides facing each other, and then you just go ahead and join all the fabric pieces together. I'll do it for this as well as this other fabrics as well. Okay, so let us quickly do that. So guys, I'm done joining this, as you can see, using 1/2 inch. I've done this for all 3 fabrics, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so let's quickly take the measurement to know the length of this. Okay, 3 yards and 25 inches. That's what we have here after joining the fabric together. Okay, the next step after this, guys, is to make a gathers on this end of the fabric. So we're going to be doing that for all 3 fabrics that we have here. We'll go ahead and make a gathers on this end. After doing that, we'll go ahead and fold the hem of this just a little, using 1/2 inch. We'll just go ahead and fold this hem. The gather stitch is going to be on this part of the fabric, whilst on this part we're going to be folding it in using 1/2 inch. So let us quickly do that, guys, and move on to the next step. I am done gathering this up, as you can see, and this is what it looks like. Okay, I did the same thing on all 3 fabrics, just as you can see. I also went ahead to fold the hem of the fabric like so. So I have gone ahead to fold this up. I folded the hem, making use of just 1/2 inch to do the fold. I did it on all 3 fabrics. Now the next step is to mark out how and where we want to place these gathered fabrics on our lining piece. So let's quickly do that. We're just basically going to be dividing this into 3 parts. Okay, remember that we have a band here, so by the time you take this off, you're left with by the time you take off the 2 inches for the band, you're left with 10 inches here. Okay, so this is the first part where we're going to have the first fabric on, and then from that point you come down by 5 inches. So 5 inches plus 2 inches here, that's 7 inches. So we're having the first layer, here, the second layer here, and the third layer would be at the hem here. So let's just go ahead and measure 5 inches from this point to this point and then mark it out. I'll turn this over to this part and do the same thing. So I'm going to open this up so we see what we have here. Okay, so this is basically what we have here. Alright guys, the next step now would be placing our gathered fabrics at the top here. Now for this top part, we're going to be placing the first fabric like so. Now when you're placing it, you're going to be distributing these gathers like the way you want it to be, so that you don't have all the gathers just in one part. Okay, so we're basically just going to be placing it like so on this part, and then we'll just go ahead and evenly distribute the gathers all the way to this part. Okay, so let me quickly use a pin to pin this up so we can understand it better. Alright guys, so after placing the first fabric on our lining piece, the next step after this is to take this over to the machine and make a stitch. Okay, now when making that stitch, here's what to note when making that stitch. Okay, when making that stitch, you're not going to start your stitch from this very end of the fabric. What we are going to be doing here is to leave 1 inch from where you have the starting line. So we're going to come in by 1 inch. Let me mark that out so that we can understand it. So after coming in by 1 inch, our stitch is going to start from this point all the way to this point. So we're going to do the same thing for this point as well. We'll come in by 1 inch. Okay, so after coming in by 1 inch, we're going to be starting our stitch from this point where we have the 1 inch marker all the way to this point. We're going to be leaving this so that we can use it to join our fabrics together so as to have a neat finishing on the outside. Okay, so I'm quickly going to take this over to the machine and stitch it down using 1/2 inch. Once I'm done doing that, I'll bring it back so we can attach the other Ankara fabrics on the lining piece as well. So guys, I'm done attaching the fabric on the lining piece as you can see, and this is what it looks like. The next step after attaching the first layer is to open this up to where we have our 5 inches line marked out on the lining piece. Once we open this up, we can now go ahead to attach the second layer on the lining piece. Now for the second fabric, if you notice when we were attaching the first one, we just went ahead to place it this way. Alright, but for this one, we're not placing it this way. We're going to be turning it upside down and place it here, so that by the time you're done stitching this and you turn it over to this side, you'll be having a neat finishing on this end. Okay, so that is basically what we're going to be doing for this second layer as well as the third layer. Same thing we did for the first. We came in by 1 inch. We did not start our sewing from the hem here. We started our sewing where we have our 1 inch marker all the way to this end where we also have the 1 inch marker. Okay, this is to enable us join both the lining and this separately so as to get a neat finishing. So the same thing we did here, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to be leaving 1 inch. We'll come in by 1 inch before we start our stitch. Okay, so I'm quickly going to be doing this for both the second layer as well as the third layer. The same step you're going to use in stitching this down is the same step. We're going to do it right upside down, and then we'll make the stitch. Once we're done making the stitch, we'll now turn this over to the right side, and by the time you do that, you'll be having a neat finishing on this side. Okay, so let me quickly take this over now to the machine, guys, and then stitch this down and also stitch the third layer here on the hem as well. Okay, so let's quickly do that, and then I'll bring it for us to proceed to the next step. So I am done attaching the second and the third layer to our lining piece, as you can see, and this is what it looks like. So the next step is turning this over to the wrong side like so. Now once you have turned this over to the wrong side, you're going to take the first layer, this is it, that we left out before making our stitch. So we're going to take this part, and then we're going to take this part, join them together like so, and then we'll make a stitch using 1/2 inch from this point to this point. We'll do the same thing for the second layer. We just take it, this is our 1 inch allowance that we left here, so we'll just place them together like so, right sides facing each other. We'll make a stitch using 1/2 inch from this point to this point. We'll do the same thing for this as well. We'll place it together, right sides facing each other. Okay, once we do that, we'll go ahead and make our stitch from this point to this point using 1/2 inch. So I'll quickly do that so that we can proceed to the next step. Alright guys, so after making the stitch here using 1/2 inch on the 3 layers, you just go ahead and push it in. Okay, so we just go ahead and push it in like so. Now after pushing it in, you would see your lining piece sticking out. You know, we allowed the 1 inch also on the lining piece, we left 1 inch as well. Okay, so once you push it in, you're going to have that allowance in here for the lining piece. So we'll go ahead and make a stitch on the lining piece as well using 1/2 inch from this end to this end of the lining piece. Okay, so let's quickly do that. All right, after making the stitch here on the side, as you can see, we'll just quickly turn this over. This is it. I have turned this over to the right side, as you can see. This is where we have the joining. Okay, for this first step, this is it for the second and for the third, as you can see. Now if you look at this, we have that extra that is left here, the 1/2 inch on this part, as well as this, and also on this as well. So what we are basically going to be doing here is just to take this over to our machine and then just stitch this down. Okay, so we're just going to take this over to the machine. You see how it is like this? We'll just go ahead and close it up. Okay, you turn this over to the wrong side, close this up like so. You do the same thing for this part as well. You turn it over to the wrong side, close it up, and then for this part you're just going to close it up at the top. So let us quickly do that. So after closing up the opening, the next step will be taking the round waist measurement of this skirt so we can use it to cut out the band for this skirt. Now for the width of the band, I'll be making use of 5 inches. On fold, that's going to be 2.5 inches. After cutting out my waistband, I went ahead to attach it to the waist of this skirt, as you can see. Okay, now the next step would be to fold it this way and then, make a stitch. We're going to fold it in by 1/2 inch, and then we're going to make a stitch all around. Before we make that stitch, remember that we're going to be making use of an elastic band for this skirt. So what we're going to do here is just to go ahead and mark out 2 inches where we have our midpoint on the skirt. Now after marking this, when you're making your stitch, you're going to start on the line where you marked the 2 inch and stop at the other line where you marked the 2 inch, allowing that opening to be there so that we can be able to easily pass our elastic band through it. I have gone ahead to attach the band on the waistline, as you can see, and this is what it looks like. We also have the opening here for our elastic band. The next step after this is to go ahead and cut out our 1.5 inch elastic band. Now for this elastic band, the waist measurement for this skirt is 30 inches. I'll be minusing 2 inches from the elastic band, making it 28 inches. So what I'll be cutting out on this elastic band is 28 inches. So I'll be making use of my safety pin to pass the elastic band through the opening that we have on the skirt. I'll be using an office pin to secure this end so the elastic does not go in. After I'm done passing the elastic band through the opening, I'll quickly take this over to my machine and make a stitch using 1/2 inch. After joining the elastic band, I also went ahead to top stitch it. So at this point, I can allow it to go into the fabric. The next step will be to close this opening that we have here. So I'll quickly take this over to the machine so I can stitch this down. Alright guys, so we're done closing up the opening and this is what our skirt looks like. It is so pretty. The final step here would be to make a stitch on the center of our waistband so that it can give us that double stitch effect. Okay, another reason we're making the stitch is to keep our elastic band in place. We're going to take this over to the machine so we can make the stitch right in the middle of our waistband like so. So whilst we're sewing on the machine, we'll be stretching this out like so we can have a neat finishing. Alright guys, so this is what I explained earlier whilst making your stitch. To just make sure that you go ahead and stretch it out, stretch out your elastic band before making that stitch so that you will have a neat finishing on your waistline, okay? So we are done making the stitch on our waistband and this is what it looks like. It is so pretty. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.